cover now by Grace, and Luna able to kick out.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Utterly
John Impact, watch along.
I mean, there are lines tag. Like, I'm afraid thinking this in. Right, well, look at this. Jody Threat has tagged herself in against her former tag team partner, Danny Luna. And look at that. A little bit of a stare down. But still, modicum of mutual respect remains between these two. Again, in their time as a team, they even had numerous occasions where they did face off to test each other's mettle, so to speak. So this is not necessarily foreign territory for these two. Multi-time Knockouts World Tag Team Champions. Also, your point, that recent Battle Royal where we saw Ash by Elegance become the #1 contender to the Knockouts World Championship. That nearly was Danny Luna and Jody Threat potentially walking away as the winners in late stages. Oh! Threat accidentally eliminated Luna. Oh, and now Threat cross body. Here's the cover, kicked out by Luna. And Threat with the advantage here now over her former tag team partner. Oh, back elbow. Victoria Crawford, when asked why, she helped set up this matchup. She said, tough love builds character. I mean, look, you can question that decision all you want, but who knows what we just might figure out of this. And when Luna sent to the outside. I don't know if you saw, I mean, Ariana Grace was recovering on the apron, sitting on that second rope. I think it just opened enough to send Danny Luna through inadvertently, but happy to take the advantage, I guess. Yeah, Jody Threat could see the apprehension on her face, did not expect Luna to go through the ropes. And to your point, Ariana Grace wasn't exactly paying attention to what was happening inside the ring.
What's going on?
Here's the cover by Grace, kicked out from Luna. Look at that. That's the thing about the wrestling business. Things change on a dime every couple of seconds sometimes.
1 week removed from Hulk Hogan's death.
And so sometimes, like it or not, it may not always be the prettiest thing, but you got to take advantage of those moments when they come. Back elbow, and you can see the apprehension here from Jody Threat just to even tag in against Danny Luna. It's one thing when you're going there, locking up, going head to head, I get it, versus having to kind of fight your more prone friend here, who's kind of here just stuck in your corner, but now Danny Luna get away. Tag made. Her chance to rewind Indy moments ago. In comes Hartwell. Indie Wrestling live and in living color. Indy Hartwell remains undefeated in singles competition in TNA Wrestling ever since arriving at Rebellion. There's the cover. Shoulders now kicked out by Threat. Hartwell, as we mentioned earlier, extra motivated as of late. Has her eyes on the Knockouts World title. Wants that belt sooner or later. And don't forget, still to come tonight, JC Jane will defend the TNA Knockouts World Championship against Masha Slamovich. It's Slamovich's contractual rematch from Slammiversary, and I talked about it. Ash by Elegance is the reigning #1 contender to the Knockouts World Championship in the future. To imagine, Ash and the Elegance brand will have their eyes close on that match as once again these former tag team partners colliding. Oh, now look at this, the driver by Threat, shoulders down, Luna able to power out. That was nasty. Dropped her pretty high on the shoulders and neck there. Luna is in trouble. Oh, look at this. Jody Threat is singing about Pop Shove It. And Ariana Grace, though, is begging for the tag. Luna sending Threat into Grace. Up onto the shoulders. Is it time? Luna landing. Luna and Hartwell get the win. What's the old adage? That's right. The best way to make a little bit more money is to get more and more wins. Maybe that'll exercise some of those demons, some of those thoughts that Danny Luna had about Jody Threat. That's what the mentor, Victoria Crawford, thinks. But nonetheless, Luna and Hartwell both vying for championship contention here at TNA Wrestling. I just went to war with Vance Warner, and I got him out of the way. Now, magically, my sights are set on the TNA International title, and I told you as soon as I came back, that championship was made for Jake something. So tensions are running high here in TNA. Still to come in our main event. Moose looks to get his hands on the TNA World Champion, Drake Williams. Also, we'll hear from
I just can't get into somebody called Jake something.
in the main event of Slammiversary. Plus, the Knockouts World Championship is on the line as Masha Slamovich gets her contractual rematch from Slammiversary against JC Jane. But coming up
I just can't get into somebody named Jake something.
The Mammoth Brothers against the Rascals on Impact.
Sitting here watching TNA. UBS Arena.
There's a moment right after the final bell rings when the noise dies and the silence sets in. No entrance music. Just the truth. Your heartbeat. Your regrets. And the weight of what you gave and what you lost. On July 20th at UBS Arena in New York, the statement was made. And when a statement's made in this city, the world listens. Slammiversary wasn't just the biggest night in TNA wrestling history. It was a collective mission to earn back everything this brand has fought for. night where men and women came together to deliver an event for the ages. A show that didn't just honor the past. It propelled this storied company forward, reminding the world that TNA wrestling never left. The fans have spoken. The world took notice. And now, we look back at the night that will define the future of a company. This is where the show ends. And the truth begins. TNA Wrestling proudly presents Slammiversary. Fade to Black.
And we are back here on TNA Impact with the former TNA World Tag Team Champions. The Neville brothers attempted to hold on to the tag team titles a few weeks ago at Slammiversary in a 4-team ladder match that ultimately was won by the Hardys, back to Jeff Hardy capturing the fourth TNA World Tag Team Championship. Last week, the Neville brothers claimed that, well, they were never truly beaten for the tag title since it was in a ladder match. Yeah, they had a lot of feelings about the fact that it was just a giant, big, chaotic car crash kind of situation, not the one-on-one team versus team, mano-a-mano kind of situation. They believe that they would have had the advantage here. The Neville brothers do own a contractual rematch for the TNA World Tag Team titles when they so please. Unfortunately, also came up short in that ladder match as the legendary Hardys goes again to tag team goal. But you gotta imagine both these teams, Rascal here included, would like to fill their stock, if you will, and get another shot at the tag team title. This is a huge opportunity for Myron Ray here in TNA Wrestling. We're gonna charge the Rascals. Winston Reed felt it coming and took out Nick and Ryan. That's a little presumptuous that they were going to attack the Rascals. Come on. You know Nick and Ryan. You know how these two operate. Yes, very smart, handsome, and entertaining. Oh, and down goes Ryan Nemeth. This one's starting up and furious. Lighting up Ryan Nemeth. No reason why the Rascals can't work their way into tag team title contention in the future. Through the rope tall, and Nick Nemeth gets wet. Myron Reed, I believe, got enough of Ryan Nemeth. He did, but Nick, that's his feet and runs interference here. Nick taking down Myron Reed, tosses him back inside the ring, and Ryan just clobbered Myron Reed. The Nemeth brothers believe they're the best brother tag team ever. And look, when it comes, to 2-on-2 tag team matches.
Combination neck breaker and a kick out.
I think there's still an argument to be made there. Again, the Hardys won those titles back, but it was in such a chaotic situation.
Those are the rules in a ladder match. That's where the Hardys thrive.
I'm just saying, there gets to be an asterisk.
That's all I'm saying. I do have to ask you about that moment that will live forever from Slammiversary, the meeting of Team 3D and the Hardys. How about that challenge laid out there by Bully Ray of Team 3D? Team 3D and the Hardys at Bound for Glory, one last match.
I mean, it would be epic. Coming up as a fan, teams like that absolutely inspired me as someone who got into tag team wrestling myself. So to have that go down would be absolutely epic. We will see should that come to fruition. But right now, we're looking at two of the greatest current tag teams in the scene here in TNA.
We are, of course, on the path to Bound for Glory. Here's the cover and a kick out by Myron Reed. Tag made by Nick Nemeth. The pre-sale for TNA Plus subscribers only for Bound for Glory began yesterday. The general on sale begins tomorrow at TNAWrestling.com. But along the path to Bound for Glory is Emergence 2 weeks from tomorrow.
We're here from Nemeth under Reed.
And Reed able to kick out. Emergence will be live on TNA Plus in Baltimore. We have 2 nights of TNA Impact in Minneapolis, September 4th and 5th. And then Victory Road Weekend will be in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, September 26th and 27th. The last stops on the path to Bound for Glory. Get your ticket information now at TNAWrestling.com.
And here's the thing. There is nothing quite like a team that has been scorned. When you are angered and you're on the back foot, it's like a dog being cornered. Sometimes you're the most dangerous, and then Nemeth could be in that exact situation here in the tag team division. I think nobody should be looking past them.
That's for Wawa and Ryan Nemeth.
How dare you?
I like how angry you get. Oh, and a neck breaker there by Nick Nemeth, the wanted man. Tag made. In comes little brother.
Leave Ryan Nemeth alone. Leave him alone.
Cover hook to the leg and a kick out. Another cover. Shoulders down. Reed staying in this thing.
Ryan Nemeth forcing him to kick out, keeping him on the back foot.
I give a lot of credit to Ryan Nemeth. He showed a lot of aggression tonight in this tag team match.
Thank you. Was that so hard?
It was.
That's what they said. But right now, Ryan Nemeth has got to focus on getting back those tag team titles. That's exactly what him and Nick Nemeth want to do. And they can do it by absolutely brutalizing the Rascals here tonight, which they're doing a great job.
Nick, the former TNA world champion, right? Captured that in the main event of last year's Slammiversary.
Hey, look out here. Reed.
Oh,
2 backflips in a row. Great counter work here.
How do you wrangle Myron Reed? Oh, what a shot hard. God.
Now Nemeth, for a chance to maybe put it away here.
Oh, beautifully done. A version of Stun Dog Millionaire there by Myron Reed.
Nemeth went down and the path is open for Reed here.
An attack man hit. Zachary Wentz to meet Ryan Nemeth.
Now Wentz, it's him in the driver's seat here. They can put away former tag team champions. Oh, that would definitely move them up the list for a potential shot at the gold.
Wentz is on fire.
Now what's on the mind of Wentz?
Oh, wait a minute. Nick Nemeth got enough of Wentz to slow him up in a DDT by Ryan Nemeth. Inside the ring, finisher by Nick Nemeth. Ryan is legal. Shoulders down. Oh, kicked out at 2.
How? My question is how?
What an effort by Zachary Wentz.
Now insult to injury, but look out!
Put it right to the face there by Myron Reed. Reed on the mouth. Myron Reed wipes out Nick Nemeth.
Might have wiped out himself as well, but now Wentz has an opening. Wentz up top. Oh, spiral tap from Ryan Nemeth.
Damn the Nimitz. They're on a losing streak. The Rascals just beat the Nimitz.
And this is how that ending went down. First, take a look at Byron Reed with this incredible flame on to the outside, eliminating Nick Nemeth from the equation. And then that opened the door for Zachary Wentz to hit the spiral tap and secure the 1, 2, 3. Hard contractual rematch for the TNA World Tag Team titles against the Hardys, but the Rascals just picked up a critical victory here on Impact. And the Rascals made a case for themselves for a tag team title shot. Still to come tonight, tag team action as Loosen the System go after the TNA World Champion Trick Williams in first class in our main event. Also, Masha Slamovich gets her contractual rematch for the TNA Knockouts World Championship from Slammiversary against NXT's JC Jane. We're coming up next for the first time since his heartbreak in the main event of Slammiversary. Mike Santana will address what is next for him in TNA here on Impact.
What do you think of Jake Paul, the boxer? I don't know if you follow boxing. What do you think of Jake Paul? Well, Jake Paul has a lot of power in his left hand. I know you say you don't follow boxing, but he has incredible knockout power. Oh, I don't watch UFC at all. I said boxing, not mixed martial arts. I don't have anything against mixed martial arts. I just don't watch it.
We're back here on TNA Impact. Nick and Ryan Nemeth have refused to leave the ring. We are not leaving this ring. Because my brother had something to say. The
tag team championships were stolen from us
you
at
didn't upset me.
Slammiversary. It was a fluke! No one can ever be as good as this right here! No one! And some of us that are pre-law know that in every contract there is a rematch clause. And since we were screwed out of those championships, we are invoking that clause to win back those tag team titles at Emergence. The Hardys didn't even hit us. They won a stunt show match with a magic ladder. Don't cheer for them. It ain't gonna happen. And I'd just like to say, while we're on the topic, Rhode Island sucks. The food in Rhode Island sucks.
The food in Rhode Island does suck. I have to
The
agree.
sports teams, oh, I'm sorry. You don't have any sports teams in Rhode Island. Don't even fit on a map. And I'm looking around the arena, and I see face after face after face of ugly, ugly, ugly people, especially that little kid. And that lady in the back with those teeth, you gotta fix those things, baby. We are attractive. We are hot. You are ugly. We're sexy bros. But since you want to join in, I'm going to give you something to say. Ready? It's easy. Rhode Island sucks. Rhode Island sucks. He's a home.
Oh God, no. Are you kidding me?
Pretty much every feud in TNA is on right now.
It's a Rhode Island Ram this week.
Amy Hartwell versus Tessa Blanchard was pretty hot. Even though Tessa Blanchard's storyline is suspended right now.
And I hear you guys running down my hometown.
Mike Santana's chase for the World Heavyweight title is absolutely awesome. And then the potential, which I think it's going to happen, Team 3D versus the Hardys. The Dudleys versus the Hardys one last time at Bound for Glory. That's interesting too to me.
And what you need to do right now is apologize to my hometown, man.
Don't apologize to these idiots. I'm not going to say sorry to an idiot like you. Because you are an idiot. And you're a goofball. And I know who you really are. You are the hometown man. No. You are the hometown man. I'm the hometown man. I'm the hometown man. This whole thing isn't going off the rails on a crazy train right now. Not funny. You are idiots, and everybody knows it. All right? It's over. End it. Get out of our ring. Nick, this is the home of the Rhode Island Rams. And if you don't apologize right now,
I'm gonna Rhode Island ram this microphone down your throat.
Nobody, but nobody makes a physical threat against my big brother!
Oh, wait a minute! Ryan Nemeth going after the hometown man and Nick Nemeth all over him. Oh, look, Mr. Hometown Man. Cody, this is what you got yourself into. Walking into this 2-on-1 scenario. The Nemeth brothers refusing to vacate the impact zone after their loss to the Rascals, and now they're going to try and unmask the hometown man. They want to reveal Cody Teeter to the world. Look, it's nothing we don't know already. My goodness. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. On a security flooding the ring. Maybe we can finally move past this hometown man nonsense, though. Oh, wait a second. Just attacked TNA security. Oh, another one. Look, the Nemeth are incensed here. Look out. Oh, now the Rascals heading back into the ring, trying to run off the Nemeths. Able to save the hometown man's mask. The Nemeths are on another level here tonight. The Nemeths want their rematch for the tag titles against the Hardys at Emergence, but they've ticked off the Rascals and the hometown man. Meanwhile, the TNA World Champion Trick Williams and First Class have chosen their side. Moose and the System are fighting on behalf of TNA in our main event. Also this evening, Masha Slamovich gets her contractual rematch from Slammiversary for the TNA Knockouts World Championship against the double champion NXT's JC Jane. And finally, we are set to hear from Mike Santana, who will address his heartbreak in the main event of Slammiversary. Santana is next.
Can't wait to hear what Mike Santana's got to say. Can't wait to hear what Mike Santana's got to say. They said that's what's coming up next when we get back from the break.
was a time in this company where respect and honor actually meant something. It was a time where dedication and hard work was rewarded. It was a time when a guy like me, a day one guy, an OG, a founding father, was respected. But I guess in this version of TNA, that's non-existent. I go out there to sit and do what I do best. Sit on commentary, add my flair, carry that Mark Tom Hannafin through a good match. I get pulled, I get yanked. Disrespect is disgusting. Carlos Silva, you, me, we need to have a little chat. Bring your hat. I will not push around my management. Remember, I'm not just a wrestler. I am a king.
And we are back here on TNA Impact. We are moments away from JC Chain's defense of the Knockout World Championship against Macho Slamovich. But first, the realist, Mike Santana, is making his way to the Impact Zone.
Please welcome Mike Santana.
Mike Santana defeated Joe Hendry in the main event on Impact live last week. A man who's made it perfectly clear his quest for the TNA World title is far, far from over. We are on the path to battle for glory, and we are on Mike Santana's path of purpose.
Yo, everyone was buzzing after Slammiversary, huh? The eyes of the wrestling world were locked in on the UBS Arena in New York. But to keep it real with all of y'all, I lost. I stepped into that arena with my family, my city, and my culture on my back. And though I was cheated, the reality of it is that I lost. And if you've been following me on this journey of mine, you know I've been to the bottom before. Hell, I've been so low in my life, I've looked the devil in his face as I hit rock bottom. But I fought. When I lost one of the most important people in my life, my father, I fought. And when I decided to take my career in my hands and take a bet on myself, I was doubted. I was counted out. But I fought, and I fought, and I fought. Not just to get to the main event of Slammiversary, but to stand here before all of you in Kingston, Rhode Island. Check it, one of the hardest things, though, that I've ever had to deal with as my world came crumbling down in front of me, as the air was drained right out of that room, I had to look across the ring, look into that front row, and watch the I had to watch the tears run down my little girl's face. And I knew that at that moment I had to put everything that I was going through aside so that I could be a father and go comfort my little girl. As I held her in my arms and I told her that everything was going to be okay, she looked at me dead in my face, in my eyes, and she said, "Papi, I know, because you're going to get him next time." And listen, I live 30 minutes away from that arena. And those were the longest 30 minutes of my entire life driving in silence. But when I looked in that rearview mirror and I looked into her face, I knew exactly what needed to be done. The same way I made a promise to her, I'm making a promise tonight to each and every one of you here. It's not a matter of if, but only a matter of when. I will step through these ropes. I will stand in the middle of this ring and mark my words. I will be TNA World Champion.
Competition, I just had to stop and listen to my gut. The general on sale for tickets for Bound for Glory 2025 begins tomorrow at TNAWrestling.com. If you thought we did something spectacular at Slammiversary, you haven't seen anything yet. Bound for Glory tickets available tomorrow at TNAWrestling.com.
On the way to Bound for Glory, of course, takes us through Baltimore and TNA emerges, and just now we have made it official. It goes down. It will be Leon Slater defending the TNA X Division title against Cedric Alexander one-on-one at Emergence.
That goes down 2 weeks from tomorrow, Friday, August 15th, live in Baltimore, Maryland. Get your tickets now via TNAWrestling.com. But right now, let's take a look at the tail of the tape for this championship matchup. This is Masha Slamovich's contractual rematch for the TNA Knockouts World Championship stemming from Slammiversary. JG Jane believes she now runs women's wrestling as the first double champion between TNA and WWE. Can Slamovich win back one of our world titles? We're going to find out right now here on TNA Impact.
And this woman right here wasted zero time in enacting her contractual rematch with Santino Marella last week. Top of the show, not waiting a single second. And now, here tonight, Slamovich gets a chance to write history.
At Slammiversary, Masha Slamovich's reign was stopped in its tracks at 267 days of pure dominance. We do have to acknowledge the role that fatal influence played in the outcome of that match.
There was a lot of chaos, a lot of confusion in that one. And you know she won't be alone again here tonight, that's for damn sure.
For the Eternal on NXT on a Tuesday night, or TNA Impact on a Thursday night, you will see Stacey James. She believes that she is the biggest star in women's wrestling right now. And I've even heard that she's thinking of calling herself the new Double J of TNA.
And she knows exactly what she's doing using that phrase in this house. But at the end of the day, nobody can deny the history that she did indeed make at Slammiversary. The first person to ever hold gold in both WWE and TNA wrestling at the same time. That's a record nobody can ever take away from her.
Something to keep in mind in the future includes Ash by Elegance, the
Double
#1
J
contender
of
to the
TNA.
TNA Knockouts World Championship by virtue of winning a Battle Royal weeks ago. But First things first, Jane and Slamovich for the Knockouts World title tonight.
Following contest is scheduled for one fall. And it's for the TNA Knockouts World Champions. Introducing first up challenger from Moscow, Russia, Masha Slamovich. And her opponent from Greenwood Lake, New Jersey, representing Fatal Influence, she is the NXT Women's Champion and the TNA Knockouts World Champion, JC Jane.
JC Jane, all smiles, all confidence, and quite frankly, nobody can blame her. That TNA Knockouts World Championship, though, has a chance to come home right here and right now.
The TNA Knockouts World Championship, the most consistent representation of opportunity and elite women's wrestling for nearly 2 decades.
Last week, right here live on TNA Impact, JC Jane compared herself against. Wait a second.
Slamovich trying to win it back early, and a kick out by Jane. Slamovich, Jane, early on into the cover herself.
Wasting no time.
Slamovich another cover, kick out at 1.
This one fast and furious. I hope Slamovich doesn't psych herself out here trying to go too hard, too fast.
Slamovich is trying to shell-shock Jane.
No
Here's the
kidding.
cover, shoulders down, and a kick out.
Absolutely relentless.
Now Slamovich taken down. Jane trying to escape with her title.
Wait.
Shoulders down, shoulders down. Hold on now. Slamovich in trouble. Kick out. Wait a minute. Now Slamovich has Jane down. Another kick out.
Shades of last week's main event on TNA Impact. Back and forth pinfalls.
Between Santana and Joe Hendry last week.
That's right.
It's Jane and Slamovich. And JC Jane feels like she's quelled the early score. Oh.
But as she is, Slamovich continues the assault here.
Off the ropes and a big clothesline by Slamovich.
It was JC Jane, as I was trying to say earlier, compared herself to some of the greatest knockouts legends of all time. Put herself on that list. And I mean, look, the accolade she's achieved absolutely does so, but that was quite a bit of company she put herself in.
Move right to the face. There's Fallon Henley on the outside. Jane has the attention of our referee. And a super kick by Jane. This is how Fatal Influence operates.
Once again, I don't think anybody should be surprised at this point. Like it or not.
Broke first into the middle rope.
Now Jane riding out.
This feels like deja vu all over again from Slammiversary.
No kidding. Slamovich lacking the same level of backup currently that Jane has.
Jane in the ring, leaps into the neck breaker, trying to hold on to the championship, and a kick out by Slamovich. Title can only change hands via pinfall or submission in the ring, not via count out or disqualification.
You know what a dangerous striker Jane can be when she wants to be. Now trying to slow down that ferocious assault that Slamovich has thrown at JC Jane from the belt.
And what is it going to take for Slamovich to deal with not only a very talented opponent in JC Jane, but the numbers now that she's been put on the back foot, so to speak?
I mean, in a championship match like this, you have to focus on your opponent because that's the person you got to beat. They're the ones whose shoulders you have to pin to the mat. But to do that and keep your head in the swivel is no easy task for even the most seasoned wrestler.
With flurry here, as Slamovich is peppering the champion a bunch of different strikes here, and it rolls through right between the eyes.
Great way to retake the advantage here, but again, right there on the outside. Nix and Henley.
What the hell? Oh my God! That's by Elegance! That's by Elegance just took out Masha Slamovich with her tag team title belt!
This match is going to get thrown out, but what the hell?
Wait a second! The rest of the Elegance, Brian, Heather, and Eli Elegance, sitting at the side of Ash!
I'm out for the Elegance brand, shooting their shot, but in the middle of this match.
Leah and Zaya Brookside, who's still on the side of Masha Slamovich for weeks now!
Three very different groups of wrestlers here, all vying, all colliding with one another.
Here's your winner by disqualification, Masha Slamovich.
As you all know, still your champion, still unfortunately our TNA Knockouts World Champion, JC Jane.
Asked by Elegance to screw Slamovich in her contractual rematch.
Utter chaos in the Knockouts division here in TNA.
Right now it's time for the TNA Injury Report presented by BioFlex, the exclusive recovery partner of TNA Wrestling. After a brutal assault by Tessa Blanchard at Slammiversary, our backstage correspondent Gia Miller is officially cleared and will return to TNA programming next week. Gia has spent the last few weeks recovering from head trauma and contusions. Gia is said to be in good spirits and eager to return to work. Moose is currently competing with a lingering hip injury. While Moose refuses to take time off, medical staff are monitoring his condition closely. He is cleared to compete in tonight's main event. Elijah remains sidelined following tricep surgery. Sources indicate his recovery is going well. However, no official return timetable has been given. Following their chaotic no disqualifications match last week, both Jake Something and Mance Warner are dealing with multiple puncture wounds, bruising, and inflammation, largely from thumbtacks embedded in their bodies. Neither man is expected to miss ring time, but both are feeling the aftermath of that war. This TNA Injury Report is presented by BioFlex.
All right, Dr. X, I'm good. I'm telling you I'm good. Okay, so you're not good. I cannot clear you to compete tonight. No, we can't. Please, Dr. X. Not tonight.
Okay, see, first class. How we doing, baby? Ready?
Look, man, Dr. X ain't clear. Okay, what? It's not. Hey, yo, what did he say? Trick, I'm sorry. Can't compete. And look, this is the second time doing this. Look, we don't got time for this thing, man. Get this way together. Right, I'm gonna get on. Okay, see? I need you to be here today because you told me to go. Don't worry. Clean yourself up. Doc, get him a crutch. You will come out there with us anyway. Hurry up. Nothing to do. Not tonight.
Certainly some disappointing news there for Casey Navarro, so our main event has changed. It'll be Moose and Eddie Edwards up against the TNA World Champion, NXT's Trick Williams, and AJ Francis. Also this evening, we will have an exclusive interview with Sami Callihan, where he will address his future in professional wrestling. But coming up next, it's Order 4's Slammiversary Victory Rally, right here on Impact.
still.
That was unacceptable. You just interfered in the world title match.
Unacceptable? You know what unacceptable is? If nobody's here to see Masha, they want to see me.
Right. That's my only.
Are you mad? Are you mad? Well, you know what? Because I'm the number one contender, and I have the next shot, and I want that next week.
Next week. You know what? Bound to happen sometime.
I know.
So let's do it.
Yeah!
Next week, Jason James versus Ash by Elegant, and the winner is Masha Slap. Oh, and since you two can't seem to keep your noses out of the business, and Heather, you better come ringside. Sometimes I tell you they're gonna drive you crazy.
My name is Mara Sade, aka The Go-Getter, and I'm from Duke City, New Mexico. You ain't know now, you know, but I'm a multi-talented star. You didn't notice by looking at me right away. I speak all that. Growing up in Duke City, I played all kinds of sports, including bowling, which is a family sport, basketball, softball, but I really fell into doing fitness competitions, which got me into a television show, which you may know, Type Games, hosted by The Rock, which got me started to getting a tryout, got into wrestling, and to be honest, I fell in love, and from there was history. The allure for me when it came to wrestling would be the fact that I get to look fabulous and beat a bitch's ass one time for the one time. Also, just the fact that I get to entertain and step in front of the people, and to be honest, I love the spotlight. I consider myself a masterpiece, and when it comes to art, art is meant to be seen by the masses. I like the fact that when I walk out, everybody is looking at me and all the attention's on me, and that's something that I feel like gives me power. I feel like I have everybody in the palm of my hand. Not only do I see myself as a bomb-ass knockout here in TNA, but I see myself as a generational talent, somebody who can inspire the masses. I see myself on the screen. I see myself influencing generations. We have built on history, legacy, and opportunity, taking women and building them up and creating this legacy. And I want to be part of that. I want to insert myself in that. TNA is going to be that place for me to grow and inspire and do all the things that I feel that I have inside me, the potential, the unlocked potential that I have. I'm just ready to let that out and show the world. And this is the perfect place to do that. I'm going to shine bright as hell and show them exactly who Mara Sade is.
Mara Mara Sade certainly left an impression on TNA fans last week, teaming up with the Inspiration. Next week, right here on Impact, Mara Sade will have her first singles match as an official part of the TNA Knockouts roster. But right now, we're set for Four's Slammiversary Victory Rally.
Here we go.
Order 4 might be standing stronger than ever, as Ali seems to not be done recruiting yet. Look at this behemoth who now flanks him along with the rest of
Are you a fan of Order 4?
Human being was influential in the great hands defeating Matt Cardona and Brian Myers last week live on Impact. Looking at the totality of Order 4, earlier in tonight, Jason Hodge competed for the Exhibition Championship. John Skyler has had a huge smile on his face for weeks now. Tasha Steeles was instrumental in manipulating the situation between Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali. That led to Ali finally defeating Cedric Alexander controversially at Slammiversary. And of course, Ali believes that Order 4 is the dominant faction here at TNA. And I have a feeling they just might do it. Citizens of TNA, please rise. Shut your stupid mouths and put your filthy bloody hands together and pay respect to a true leader that deserves your respect, Mustafa Ali. Beloved citizens of TNA, lend me your ears and your heart. Right now, TNA is filled with chaos and disorder. And it's because outsiders have infiltrated our locker rooms. Outsiders take away opportunities from everyday people like you and me. Outsiders have captured our prestigious championship. And to that, I say no more. I say enough. I say it is time for change. And change lies with the Order 4. I will go to war with the great hand by my side. Press Secretary Tasha Steeles will ensure that my good word is heard around the world. And my personal weapon of mass destruction, the head of my secret service, Agent Zero, will ensure that no man ever opposes me. So citizens of TNA, stand up and let your voices be heard. Who wants to see Mustafa Ali as the next TNA World Champion? This is my problem. See, your boos mean nothing to me because I've seen what you cowards are willing to cheer for. You cheer for an addict like Mike Santana. You cheer for degenerates like the system. You cheer for a fraud like Joe Hendry. He's the reason that we're in this mess right now. A fraud like Joe Hendry. Well, you know what happens when you say his name. Joe Hendry came up short last week.
Listen, I understand that you're upset, but I just had to come out here and correct you on one little thing because did I hear you say that you have a secret service? Is that what you said, a secret service? But the thing is, we have no secrets here in TNA Wrestling. There's cameras everywhere, my friend. And those cameras happen to pick up some embarrassing footage of John Schuyler backstage. You guys want to see the embarrassing footage? Roll the footage. There he is. There he is. Let's see what he did with his day. He showed. Oh, there he is. He's at catering. Get all the catering in. There we go. What else did he do with his day? It looks like he's at the merch stand. And look at that. He's buying the new Many Faces of Joe Hendry's shirt, which is available tonight. It's a great shirt. A great shirt. But I think he bought something. Oh, look. He bought an In Ali Trust shirt as well. But the question is, what did he do with that shirt? What did he do with it? What did he do with that shirt? Oh, that's right. He used it to wipe his ass. No, shut up! This is exactly why. This is exactly why no one believes in you anymore, Joe Henry. They're lying to you, Joe Henry. They don't believe because everything to you is a damn joke. Pushing t-shirts and stupid songs and stupid catchphrases. I wish that I would say your name and you would disappear. Well, it seems that we're getting nowhere with our words, so why don't we try with our actions? Why don't you face Joe Hendry in the ring tonight? Joe Hendry, Mustafa Ali, first time ever tonight? No. We'll do it, but we'll do it next week because I want to give you time to prepare, and I want to give all of you time to prepare. Time to prepare for something truly to believe in. Well, you call yourselves Order 4. The only thing you'll need to order 4 of is pairs of earplugs because when Joe Hendry faces you next week, the entire world will be chanting, "We believe!"
Well, still to come tonight, Casey Navarro is not medically cleared to compete, so it'll be NXT's Trick Williams, the TNA World Champion, and AJ Francis up against Moose and Eddie Edwards of the system. But coming up next, there's been plenty of speculation lately about Sami Callihan's future in professional wrestling. This exclusive interview is next. We are back here on TNA Impact. Before we get to our main event where Moose and Eddie Edwards will face Trick Williams and AJ Francis, I want to take you to an interview that I conducted earlier on this week with Sami Callihan. There have been a lot of questions surrounding his future here at TNA Wrestling and his future in professional wrestling as a whole. Sami, there's a lot of people that are worried about you. You can't tell the story of TNA wrestling without talking about the Death Machine, the former TNA world champion. But lately, there's been some things that have been said and things you put on social media that have people concerned about Sami Callihan's future in professional wrestling. So we've known each other for over a decade. What's going on?
I've never been more embarrassed in my life. I'm not embarrassed at Moose. I'm not mad at Moose. I'm disgusted with myself.
I want to stop you there. What you're alluding to was after your match with Moose a few weeks ago, right before Slammiversary. Moose had some incredibly hurtful and derogatory things to say. I understand he was going into a big title defense at Slammiversary, but I completely disagree with what he said. And Moose, from what I understand, publicly has detracted some of those comments. But what really bothered you about what Moose said?
Is it mean though? That's the thing. Like I said, I've listened to it over and over and over. Me and Moose have had our goods and our bads, but maybe that's him as a friend trying to get through to me. Maybe he's right. Maybe everything people say online is right. And after I broke my leg, I don't think I've been the same, if I'm being honest. I gained almost 60 pounds, and I've always struggled with body issues my entire life. I don't think people know this. When I was younger, I was 340 pounds. I suffered from bulimia for 6 years. When I went to WWE, I had abs. When I came to TNA, I was the Death Machine. I always had that internal body issue. So people calling me fat isn't something new. Maybe they're right. Maybe people's right. Maybe I am just a fat piece of
No, come on. That's not the case.
Maybe it is the case. Well, who am I kidding? I have not been the same Callihan for years now. It's no secret. I work backstage. I have a good job at TNA. I love TNA wrestling. I love professional wrestling. And I think me being in front of the camera at this point, I think it's a disservice to the company.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it, Sami. What I'm hearing, the rumors are that Sami Callihan might be about to retire. Is that true?
I think at this point, there's one thing. Does Sami Callihan have it anymore, or does he not have it? Someone I call a friend, somebody that right now people would questionably say is the best professional wrestler walking in front of me. He is the new standard of TNA wrestling. At Emergence, I want one match to see if I still got it. Sami Callihan, Mike Santana. And if I win, who knows? Maybe this is the start of a great story of Sami Callihan getting in shape and becoming the Death Machine. But if I lose, I think I got my answer. I think I ride off into the sunset my way. I leave my boots in the middle of the ring. And the Death Machine retires in Baltimore.
But coming up next, it's a huge tag team main event as the Systems Moose and Eddie Edwards take on the team of TNA World Champion NXT's Trick Williams and AJ Francis of First Class. That main event is next.
Yeah.
Thursday on an all-new TNA Impact. Jake Something goes to war with Bulletproof Steve Macklin for the TNA International Championship. And Heather by Elegance battles Zaya Brookside and Lady Lee. Plus, Ash by Elegance aims to bring more gold to the Elegance brand as she challenges JC Jane for the Knockouts World title. And will Joe Hendry make Mustafa Ali believe? Or will Ali's campaign take down the global phenomenon? It's an all-new episode of TNA Impact, Thursday. Well, that is next week on TNA Impact, but right now we're set for our main event. Trust the system. Last week, Eddie Edwards and the rest of the system pledged their undying allegiance to TNA Wrestling and told Santino Marella, if you need soldiers in this war to reclaim our world titles, we're right there with you. And also, Moose made it very clear he's eyeing the TNA World Champion, Trick Williams. What did you think about the way the system conducted themselves?
I almost want to know how you feel about the way the system conducted themselves. I think it's, from your point of view, probably a very different, a very evolved system.
The way that Moose so respectfully on Slater at Slammiversary, and how Eddie Edwards and company felt so strongly about this company, it means a great deal to all of us who are heartbroken at Slammiversary. Earlier on tonight, TNA and BioFlex medical staff would not clear Casey Navarro for competition, re-aggravated a left knee injury during the 4-team ladder match for the TNA World Tag Team titles at Slammiversary. So what was supposed to be a 6-man tag team match is now a conventional 2-on-2 tag team bout.
I mean, you can see the look on Casey Navarro's face. He's not too pleased, of course, about the injury, but I don't know if he feels out of place here with the treatment from AJ Francis. But regardless, out here, crutches and all, supporting First Class. week. No doubt about it, putting some eyes on the goal. But there's just something that feels wrong about it. Something that feels off about it. And look, I wanted to see someone like Mike Santana complete his tale. But man, sometimes you don't get what you want.
Well, we heard from Mike Santana earlier on tonight how heartbroken he was after Slammiversary, looking his daughter in the eyes, but still firmly believes the TNA World Championship is on his path of purpose. Meanwhile, we are on the path to Bound for Glory. Our first stop will be live on TNA Plus 2 weeks from tomorrow in Baltimore, Maryland. Impact on August 16th from the campus of UMBC. 2 nights of Impact in Minneapolis, Minnesota, September 4th and 5th. And then the last stop on the path to Bound for Glory, Victory Road Weekend in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, September 26th and 27th. And don't forget the challenge laid out there by Team 3D to the Hardys. Could we see one last match between these legendary teams at Bound for Glory? The general on sale for Bound for Glory is tomorrow at TNAWrestling.com.
And this one's starting fast and furious. This main event tag team match continues next on Impact.
The TNA World Champion Trick Williams and AJ Francis of First Class trying to regroup here against Moose and Eddie Edwards in the system.
AJ Francis is learning quick, and he is not the only big man in this matchup.
Moose, maybe in the best shape of his career, talked about it last week. He's done virtually everything in TNA wrestling in this near 10 years with this company.
Everything there is to do. That's why they call him, what he calls himself, I guess I should say, the face of the franchise. He's lived up to that moniker very many times over the years.
Moose called himself Mr. TNA in the past. Now, 2 men who both had extensive careers in the National Football League on opposite sides of the ball, showing off why they were elite alignment. Oh, and now AJ Francis mows down Moose.
Francis standing tall. To the surprise of everybody, quite frankly, Moose is not used to being outsized, outpowered in a match.
Now Francis crashes down in the corner. Moose on the move.
Moose relentless though in his offense.
Oh, and AJ Francis with a big forearm shiver. This is defensive line versus offensive line, and Moose just leveled Francis.
Now look, yep, Trick Williams has tagged into the fray here, the TNA World Champion, going one-on-one with the face of the franchise.
Trick Williams briefly playing wide receiver in the National Football League, just to round that all together.
Yes, Asia.
Trick Williams mocking at Moose.
Didn't avoid that one. As Moose quickly slows down one of NXT's finest.
Off the ropes. Oh, and a leg lariat there by Trick Williams. And we are back. This is our main event of TNA Impact. The Systems, Moose, and Eddie Edwards up against AJ Francis of First Class and the reigning TNA World Champion, NXT's Trick Williams.
And AJ Francis here, trying to play the power game with Moose. He's been pretty successful in the early going, but Moose having an answer here, countering.
Big shot there by AJ Francis. These two have been battling each other throughout the break. Oh, look at the suplex there by Moose. An attacking made. In comes Eddie Edwards.
Eddie Edwards made it clear he's ready to be on the front lines as TNA looks to take their power and their titles back.
Eddie Edwards, the longest consecutive tenure of any active member of the TNA roster. First debuted in this company in 2014, a part of the tag team known as the Wolves. Went on to become a two-time TNA World Champion, seven-time TNA World Tag Team Champion. Eddie Edwards bleeds for TNA.
He means that quite literally most of the time, as well as AC Navarro looks on crutches and all.
JC Navarro was ruled out of this matchup earlier on tonight by TNA and Bioflex medical staff. Wait a second! Oh, Casey Navarro behind the referee's back, rips Edwards off the apron.
Man, I'm playing a little bit of possum there, but look out. Moose, don't you please.
And Moose, realizing Navarro might be feigning this injury, or at least the severity of this injury.
And just like that, Francis and Williams take control of Edwards.
Foot on the chest, cocky, arrogant cover there by Trick Williams. That's what has rubbed the system the wrong way. It's why Moose last week said he's focused on taking the world title back for this company, taking it away from Trick Williams. Oh, a drop kick.
Hell of a drop kick there from Trick Williams, no doubt about it.
330-pound elbow drop there. Francis thought he had it, not so fast.
AJ Francis, who was on a mission to show the world at Slammiversary just what he could do in that four-way ladder match. I gotta give him credit. That incredible moonsault off the ladder is not something you see many 300-plus pounders pull off.
World's largest moonsault, in my opinion.
And right now, putting the world's largest beatdown on the heart and soul of TNA, Eddie Edwards.
And Moose has made it clear he wants to bring back the TNA World Championship for this company. Mike Santana is not forgotten about the TNA World title. I guarantee you, Joe Hendry is keeping that in the back of his mind. Mustafa Ali has mentioned the TNA World Championship for months now.
The line grows longer, the fervor grows higher. The longer Trick Williams holds that TNA World title, the more challengers he's going to get, the more the frustration rises in that TNA locker room.
It's all a part of the path to Bound for Glory. Our first stop on that path is Emergence 2 weeks from tomorrow, live in Baltimore, Maryland on TNA+.
Edwards fighting to get out of the corner, get out of First Class and Williams' way.
Oh, look at that straight to blue thunder bomb!
Oh my God!
How in the world did Eddie Edwards pull that off?
I have no idea, but now he's got an opening. And he gets the Moose!
Truly Boston Strong long as Eddie Edwards, but in comes Moose.
And now, looking to shut down Williams. Look at the relentlessness of Moose here.
But now Moose, Uranagi! Senton!
And now, wait a second.
AJ Francis! Oh, big headbutt by Moose!
And now Moose going to be looking for a powerbomb to put this one away. No.
Oh, a trick kick by Williams. Oh, look out! A powerbomb by Moose! Into the cover! Into the cover! Oh, and a senton by Francis to break it up!
Now they're breaking up the pinfall, but dealing some major damage to Moose in the process. Now, wait a second.
Oh, now Casey Navarro behind the referee's back has the crutch. Williams holds the Moose. Oh my God, Navarro hit Williams by accident.
Inadvertent contact. It is no good for Williams and Francis.
Edwards takes out Francis and a spear. Cover! Cover! Moose is the TNA World Champion!
And the first shot fired. Post-Slammiversary from the system. Right into the heart of Trick Williams in the TNA World Championship.
As TNA Wrestling taking one step closer to reclaiming our World Championship.
Y'all be good. Be good. Thanks for watching. Peace.